the items for Karamoja will need to go to Karamoja. Madam Speaker, yesterday the leader of government business was missing here. Even today, she is missing.
I have seen.
Not representative, I mean her in fresh. So I wanted to find out if she has already been arrested because she took 3,000 iron sheets. Or she is writing a statement at police because even today
He's on procedure.
Even today, the main stories in the newspapers is that ministers are going to begin recording statements. I can see Musasi is still here. I don't know if he has finished his. But I want to know, and this is serious, whether the leader of government business has not been arrested. So we report to police that she's here because we have a civic duty. People that police is looking for to report when we have seen them.
I got a communication from Honorable Nabanja, the Prime Minister, that she's having another engagement and should be sending Honorable Lumumba. So she's not arrested, she's not a thief, she has not done anything.
This morning, all the newspapers have names of colleagues, including the Honorable Benson Oboa, who have been summoned by police over iron sheets. He has not briefed this parliament, and he knows how much pain we face when MPs are sent to jail. So the procedural issue I'm raising is whether a suspect under investigation can continue addressing parliament.
Honorable Obua is not a suspect. He is not a minister of Karamoja. There is nowhere reported in this country that there was theft of iron sheets. If iron sheets were given to Honorable Bua or to anybody else, I told you people, iron sheets were taken to my district without me knowing. Am I a thief? And I've said several times, everybody must carry his or her own cross. Don't start diverting people. If somebody diverted iron sheets, that's his or her problem. We did not ask for them, we did not apply for them. And secondly, our people in Bukedea are not vulnerable. They're also vulnerable. They are poor. You get it, eh? So they served to the poor. And the iron sheets, to my recollection, were given to government schools. We are complementing what government is doing. So Obua is a very clean man. In my district, I got a call that, iron sheets have been brought. And when they were taken, I said, give it to the schools. Little did I know that the iron sheets were made for another region. But after thorough analysis and looking at if the iron sheets were meant for Karamoja, not for Bukedea, I have taken a personal decision as a leader that since it was not allocated to my district, but also the iron sheets were given already out, I have decided to buy 500 iron sheets and give it back. I have sent my personal assistant to take back the iron sheets to OPM. I have taken a personal responsibility, but I must also thank the person who thought of Bukedea, though it was maybe a wrong thinking, but I must thank them so much. But because I don't want to be like I grabbed, I have decided to send them back.
The idea and aspect of iron sheets has two dimensions. Just because those involved, the majority of them are leaders. Now, because majority of those involved are leaders, This particular aspect falls under the leadership code as well. When you misuse your office and your capacity as a minister, for example, it raises questions to do with the abuse of power. And those are cases that are validly entertainable by the IGG in terms of investigation and can be reported or prosecuted through the leadership tribunal. But when it comes also to criminal law, an offense or an illegality can be committed both in action or in omission, doing what is wrong and also not doing what is right. That is called actions and omissions. Now, for example, when it comes to this aspect of earn sheet, I'm yet to know the findings of the Committee of Parliament in terms of earn sheets. We're also yet to find the findings of the IGG. As it is now, normally when it comes to compensation and return, it is a question of negotiation between the parties, the one who lost and the one who received. They can always agree on how to compensate and how to return. Those are details. And since this is a matter not before court, court will normally, otherwise when it comes to the law looks at what item was lost, and that's the item that must be recovered. But in actual practice of compensation, when you negotiate with the one who lost, you can compensate in equal or similar terms. For example, if there is an agreement. But now that these are matters not before court yet, and these are matters under investigation, we can't know the kind of negotiation and talks that happened. However, in such an action or offense, the person who issued remains responsible. The person who picked, who delivered, and when you keep in title possession of a good, questioned or not rightly before your custody, you also become an accomplice. It is incumbent for all those who received to return those particular items, provided they have no justification that they received lawfully. Because once you keep in possession, you become an accomplice. It's another question of saying what item must be returned in terms of item. Is it the exact item or a different item? Those can be out of negotiation between the parties who lost and the one who received. But keeping possession, keeping in custody of stolen or lost items when you don't have a rightful claim over them, it will appear as an omission, but also turns into an action, and you become an accomplice under our laws. So it is safer for all those who receive these earn sheets to return them first. And as we wait for other investigation, maybe for the IGG investigation and investigations by Parliament, the report, and I even heard other security agencies which are investigating. But needless to say, it is very important that those who receive these earn sheets return them.